Okay, so it's the next day, and I'm just gonna. All I got today is I'm just gonna grease the bearings. Okay, so there's no grease in the bearings at all. So when you get these fresh bearings, you definitely have to pack them with grease. Okay, unless you don't want them to last long. Okay, that's probably the only thing that saved my old bearing. All right, from becoming even worse. Okay, is that I greased it. All right. So we're just gonna take this part of the bearing and then just add grease to it, all right? And then I still have my other bearing, got my lower bearing right there. So I'm gonna go repack that with grease, all right? I wiped off as much grease as I could, and then just gonna add new grease to it. All right, here we go. Okay, I got done packing the bearings. It took maybe like half an hour or something. All right, so there's the new bearing there. There's a little seal for it. That's the bottom bearing, and that's the top bearing, okay? One thing I don't like about the new bearing that I just bought is that like the gaps between the bearing retainer and the race is a lot. So, and it moves a whole lot. So I don't think I'm gonna go with this bearing again, but we'll see how long it lasts. It's got to be better than what was in there before, okay? Definitely, I think the bearing that came with the kit is actually a better bearing, okay? But yeah, this is the one I could get out in the shortest notice, so, and it was cheap, so you get what you pay for. So yeah, I packed it, and when I was packing it, it would come out like outside from the bearings because there's so much clearance in the retainer. Yeah, it moves a whole lot. All right, but I think once you got it up there in there, and you know it's all tightened and everything, you don't have to worry about it all that much. Okay. Yeah, so this one is much tighter. You could really just cram the stuff in there and it wouldn't really ooze out of the bearing as much, okay? All right, so I'm done packing the bearings. The bearings are nice and lubed now. And yeah, this one's had a little seal on the bottom. This will go on the bottom up here, all right? I slathered a little bit of grease on the race right there, all right? And then and we just have to do the same thing for the cup, all right? When we finally install it, but I'll do that later so we don't get a bunch of dust in there. It's kind of cool looking. It's like a purplish color now. Hopefully it's still okay. Okay, so yeah, that's all I had done tonight. And then the next time I work on the bike, we'll cut the steerer tube finally, and then we'll install this thing. All right, so we're pretty much almost there. All right, I'll probably have this installed the next time I touch it. All right, but we got. I pulled out my old fork, my old white fork. Okay, this guy here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure the steerer tube. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure the steerer tube. All right, see the thing is sticking out on the top. This guy here. Okay, we're gonna measure from here to here. All right, and then we're gonna make that measurement again, and then we're gonna get a pipe cutter and cut it. Okay, or what I might do is get a pipe cutter and maybe cut it like halfway. And then we'll use a sawzall to cut the rest off. Okay. However way we can do it. All right, here's we go. All right, hey, here's me here, and it's the next day, and today I'm gonna at least attempt to cut the steerer tube down the sides. All right. So as you can see here, the steerer tube. All right. Or the stem is really long. All right, super duper long. They make it that way on purpose. Okay, actually let's take a look. Okay, so so here you can see the Dorado steerer tube, and then you see the steerer tube from my Suron Light Bee. Okay, you can see it's really long. It's black for one thing. It's a little different color, but yeah, it's really long. The Suron one comes about like right here, so we're gonna have to cut about like 4 inches or something off of it. All right, but I'm gonna be using my other fork. All right, my other fork, the one that's hiding back there. We're gonna measure that head stem. All right, steering head stem, and we're gonna use the measurement from that because I felt this one was like too tall. Okay. Oh no, I felt this one was too tall. This one right here, so I wanted to lower it down a little bit. I mean, I guess we could always shave it down a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. Basically, I want to install the handlebar without any kind of spacer or anything. Okay, I had to put a spacer. All right, here's what we got to do first. We got to take these upper clamps off. All right, I think I already loosened all of this on the top, so this helps to just tap it with the hammer. One thing I don't like about this black painted stem is it mars up. it gets marred up when you move the clamp on it. Okay. Okay, so just gotta remember this faces the back. Okay, and we'll go take this one off. Okay, so what I got here is a ruler. I'm going to go measure the distance from the bottom of the lower clamp to the top of the head stem. Okay, and I know this ruler starts right here, but that's okay as long as we measure it from the same starting point. It's fine. Okay. So I'm getting 21. It can't be 21 millimeters. It's 21 centimeters on the dot. All right. Okay, I got my black RST fork. Notice the stanchions are black. All right, that's the biggest difference. And I'm gonna go measure this one just for fun. Okay, almost 22. Okay, so that's the 2 measurements I made. This one is my original fork, and then this is the newer, the all black RST fork. So it was almost 1 centimeter longer. So I think we're gonna go with, let's go with 21 and a half. All right, and if I don't like it, I can file it down or something, or let's go with 21.4. All right, so I'm gonna cut it at 21. Okay, so we're gonna cut it at 21.5, and we'll file it a little bit flat if we don't get it straight. And then yeah, we should be good. So 21.5 centimeters is what I'm going to go for. Yeah, I wanted to lower it a little bit, but maybe not too much. Okay, I felt it was like too tall before, so this time maybe we'll just lower it just a little bit. All right, so I may have to wind up using a very small spacer. Okay, but we'll see. Okay, and like I said, we can always make it shorter. So you can't add material, but you can always take off material is what I'm gonna say. All right, so let's go with 21.5. I probably don't think it'll probably wind up being 21.4 anyway, so, and then we'll just roll with that from there. Okay, all right, so we're gonna cut it at we're gonna mark it at 21.5. So same dealy. I'm gonna square it up on the clamp. All right, and look for 21.5. By the way, Hades Mega has no idea if he's doing this right. Okay, 21.5 is right around there. It's probably okay. So I wrote 21.5 centimeters here. So for future thing, all right. And I've got a pipe cutter here that I've never used before, so I'm gonna give this guy a whirl. I heard you can do it with the pipe cutter. You can do it with a sawzall or a hacksaw. Any way you can do it. All right, so but the good thing about the pipe cutter is that it's always straight from what I hear. Okay, it's always straight. So I'm gonna give it a whirl. All right, good luck, Hades Mega. I don't know if this will work. If it doesn't work, we'll use what I might wind up doing is use this a little bit. All right, we'll use it like halfway, and then we can use the saw to cut the rest, because this will leave a nice mark here for me to follow with the saw. All right, so I'm going to cut where we left the 21.5 centimeter mark. Okay, Hazelmega's nervous because this is a really expensive part. I'm going to try to line it up with the mark I made. Okay, cut it in like the middle of the mark. Alright, and then I'm going to tighten it up. Okay, away we go. Okay. I don't know if I'm doing this the right direction or not. I don't even know what this is. What is this for? Yeah, it's been a minute since Hazelmega's used a pipe cutter. I've used one before. I think it's better to go the other way. It's like using a pizza cutter is like what it's for. Alright, and this is aluminum. It shouldn't be too hard. Alright, it's not steel or anything. I know they use pipe cutters for cutting like copper pipes. Alright, for the most part it's round. It is making marks on the head though. The stem. Alright, you just gotta rotate it around here and then keep on tightening it. Alright, I'm going to spray a little WD-40 on it so the tool doesn't get dull. Oop. I think that's it. That was easy. Alright, there you go. Piece of cake, man. It didn't look like it was doing much, but I guess it was. It worked pretty good. All right, not too much, not too messy either. All right, with the a pretty. Let's see how square cut that was. Okay, I'll put this up on there. See how square it is. It looks pretty square. Okay, anyway, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty flat to me. All right, it's got all these burrs and stuff on it, so I'm gonna go clean that up with the file right now. Okay, so that's the cut right there. All right, add that to my collection. I want to be able to use that pipe for something. So, okay, I'm gonna go file the make it nice and smooth. Okay, there it is. It's so I tried to flatten it out a little bit. The top is a little, yeah, there was a little like kind of piece of metal sticking out of it, so I flattened it out a little bit. So it wasn't perfectly flat, is what I want to say. Okay, I'm gonna try to ream it a little bit to get the burrs off. Oh yeah, it's really sharp. Yeah, get the burrs off of it with the Dremel. Okay, now I'm going to try to smoothen the outside a bit with this flat wheel here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. I got it. Alright, does it look right? Does it look about the same? Actually, let's measure it. That's right. We should probably measure it to make sure we got it. So 21 was the other one, but we made it a little bit longer. And yeah, we got 21.5 right on the money. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit taller than this, but a little bit shorter than the other one. Okay, and I think that'll be fine. Okay, and I could always, maybe I might file a little bit off to make it a little thick. Okay, so that we should be done with that for today. I will get a air hose and blow out all the rest of the stuff that's in here. But yeah, for the most part, it's a nice cut. All right, so there you go. That's that's the first time Hayes may have cut a steerer tube. All right. The other one I didn't. Yeah, this one I didn't do it. Yeah, so this is gonna sit. This is gonna sit a little bit tall. Actually, this is gonna actually make the front of my bike a little bit taller. Is what it's gonna do. So, unless I move this clamp, I can move this clamp up and down quite a bit. Yeah, I got a lot. So if I do want to lower it, I can lower it a little bit. But I think I want to have it all the way at the top, especially for riding in the dirt. For Supermoto, I would want it pushed all the way down. Okay, but anyway, yeah, that's it for today's clip. And then we'll actually try to install it tomorrow. Maybe I don't know if I'm going to work on the headlights or work on this. I'll take a look at the headlights tomorrow. I think I want to start wiring in the connectors first, so to make it easier. I think it'll be harder to work on it with this on the bike already. So okay, so yeah, all right. So that's it for today. All right, thanks for watching.